Hey, what's going on? It's Jack Milocco for Beardbrand. Welcome to the Week 32 update on the growing of my beard for an entire year. Today, we're going to talk all about the snags in your beard and how to deal with them. So I've left my beard completely natural today. No products and no grooming whatsoever. I did this because I want to show you guys how hard it is for me to sometimes comb my beard if I don't do anything to it. Right away, let me just show you. I've got this old comb here and we're just going to get into it. I can kind of get through, but it's right around the jawline area that it is actually stuck. I mean, I'm actually pulling it out and I can already see there's some hairs caught in this comb. So how do you stop this? Well, that's tricky because there's no surefire way to stop any snags from happening in your beard every single day. But there are some steps that you can take to help mitigate the snags from happening in the first place. On top of that, there's some things that you can do to help deal with the snags if they're already there. The first place that you're going to fight snags is in the shower. I'm talking about using things like beard softener. I try to use this at least like 6 to 7 times a week because my beard has just gotten so wild and dry out here in Texas that it's really kind of a must for me at this point. What I do is put a little softener into my beard at the beginning of the shower and then wash it out at the very end. Some guys like to take it a step further and actually leave the softener in after they get out of the shower. They don't wash it out at all. Or if they do, they only wash it out just a little bit and leave most of it into their beard. I personally don't do that, but it is an option that you can pursue. The next thing you can do after you get out of the shower is apply a bit of beard oil. A few drops of this is gonna go a long way and it's really gonna help you with the next step. This is where you're gonna really run into the snags when you comb your beard. Now, not all combs are made equal. Let me show you something. This is the comb I used at the beginning of the video, just your average comb. You know, it's got the wider part over here and the more narrow stuff over here. I believe this one's made for head hair, so if you do have something like this, it's fine, but just know that you may run into more snags when you use a comb like this. What I mean by that is when you're combing a beard that's really tangled, you're gonna want a comb that has wider teeth. A perfect example of this is the Beardbrand comb. Look at how much wider the teeth are on this. When you have these wider set teeth in the comb, it's gonna actually get through the beard a lot smoother. I'm still running into some problems because I didn't actually put in the oil, but right away I can tell that I'm not getting the snags that I had in the jawline area. Now it's still gonna probably pull out some hair because I didn't use softener this morning and I didn't put in the oil. So if you're gonna ignore all the steps, my one suggestion to you is get a comb like this where it does have the wider teeth. If, however, this is all not working out for you, the softener, the oil, the wider tooth comb, don't worry, I've got one more trick up my sleeve. Or lack thereof. This is some advice I got from the master barber Mahesh himself. If you want to learn a little bit more about this technique in depth, click on the link up here. What Mahesh taught me is that the starting point of where you comb your beard is critical to getting snags out. What that means is you want to start at the very bottom of your beard, and I mean down here. What you're naturally going to want to do is go up here, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about starting down here where the snags are going to be most prone, and just slowly work them out. Because once you get up to the top, that's where the hair is going to be closer to the root and not so tangled. You want to work on the tangles first, and by the time you get to where the root of your hair begins, you'll have worked out most of the snags. So let's do this together in the most tangled part of my beard, my chin. We're going to start at the very bottom and we're going to gently work those out. You'll want to use really small flicks of your wrist, that way you're not pulling out the hair as you're doing this. This whole technique shouldn't take you more than 2 minutes, and by the end of it, you should be golden. Now, if you want to take everything one step further, you can finish this whole thing off with the boar hair brush. Just get through the whole thing, and that will just soften up your beard and get it into a nice shape. Now, since I don't have any styling here, I haven't blow dried my beard into a direction or put any sort of oil or product in there, I think this actually turned out really well, just with the combing and brushing. Of course, knowing myself, I'm not going to walk away without putting any product in my beard, so I'm going to finish off with a little bit of beard oil. Alright, I'm looking good, I'm smelling good, and I hope you guys learned something from this video. Okay, let's bring it on in for the close-up, and you guys can see the progress of this beard 32 weeks in. Welcome back. Before we get out of here, Let's look at the comment of the week. This one comes from Journeyman121, and he says, Jack, how much beard oil are you using at a time on your current length? I'm about 3 weeks behind you on the YEARD and have less growth. Are you using 5 to 6 drops at a time because of the amount of hair, or maybe even more? Actually, it's one of those situations where more really is less. With all the hair in my beard right now, as dense as it is and how thick it is, I'm only using about 5 drops, sometimes 4. That's all it takes for a beard like this. Now, of course, I'm coming back and finishing it off with a little bit of styling balm and a little bit of mustache wax on my mustache whenever I do it up. But when I'm using beard oil, I'm only using 4 to 5 drops. So Journeyman, I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much for watching. And hey, all of you out there, thank you for watching, commenting, subscribing, and as always, until I see you again, keep on growing.
Beardbrand is a premium men's grooming company with products not only for your beard, but also your hair and body. Do yourself a favor and head over to beardbrand.com and take care of yourself. Or you can stick around and watch a few more of our awesome videos.